gotta get the geometry.
Come on, geometry. Hello?
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for? Hey, y'all. Hey, Steve!
Tiffany, you sound great.
I'm glad you think so.
Let me get to that. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready. Just add hot water. Gotta share the show.
I'm getting ready to share now. Hey, y'all. What's going on? It's your girl, and we got Smiley over here. My peoples. My special guest and co-host, Mr. Steve McCaster.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I need you guys to go ahead and tag a friend, text a friend, tell a friend that the Unbothered TV show is live, and we are rocking out on Fieldhouse Entertainment. If you get a chance to go ahead and follow Fieldhouse Entertainment. Can we clap it up for Mike? Big shout out to Mike, who always holds us down. And I am so super duper excited. Steve.
Yes.
Steve.
Yes.
Just
yes.
Steve. It's just Steve.
Yes.
I'm nervous.
Mike.
Don't
Mike.
Hey, I'm in an undisclosed location.
Mike, I'm nervous.
I can't hear myself, Mike.
I can hear you.
We hear you fine.
I hear you guys better than I hear me.
You see how
You need more in the mix, Steve? Need more in your mix?
You see how Steve is starting? Oh my gosh, y'all.
How's that, Steve? You good?
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Good deal. Steve,
Yes.
go ahead and give everybody what you good for doing. Smile. Show them your teeth.
I want to thank you for, letting me come on your show again.
My dude,
I really appreciate it.
First of all, I absolutely love you.
Thank you.
You keep it real. The moment you walked in the door, before I even got like a real good hello, you told me why am I eating chicken and biscuits and rolls and sipping on Starbucks, minding my own business while you were minding mine. And I just want to thank God for your realness.
You're welcome.
Oh my God. Steve was like, how many sugars is in that Starbucks? 29 grams. But there is 1,029 milligrams of potassium in that can of Starbucks and over 400 milligrams of calcium. So don't come for me regarding 29 grams of sugar. Thank you. Y'all feel what I'm saying, right? How about that? No, don't stop my Starbucks because of him talking about 29 grams of sugar when we got over 1,000, what did I say, milligrams of potassium and over 400 of the same of calcium. I'm balanced out healthy.
But potassium and calcium does not cause diabetes. What you say?
Hey Denise, good to see you on here. Big shout out to my girl Denise who's on. Big shout out to Stephanie Mars. Hey Niecy, Stephanie, good to see you. Anyone who is watching, I thank God that you took the time to join myself and Steve for shenanigans tonight. Oh, goodness gracious. And I need you guys to go ahead and tag a friend, text a friend, tell a friend. Go ahead and share this. We want to go ahead because it's going to be something. It's going to be Let me see. I thought I shared it, Steve. It's not on my page. I'm going to tag you.
Thank you.
There it is. Hey, Tasha. Tasha Langford went ahead and gave us a heart. And if you guys get a chance, I'm going to tag Steve in here so Steve can go ahead and share it on his page. And we're going to jump right into this thing. So tonight, Mike is still here. Don't get it twisted. Mike is laid in the cut, working on the sound and doing everything else. Look at his face. Hey, Mike.
You.
Yeah. So tonight we are dealing with relationships, right? So here's what prompted this. There was a situation that I had given to Steve and Mike after the show. When was it? 2 weeks ago? Was it last week?
I think it was like, maybe 2 weeks ago. What was it, April 7th, maybe?
Yeah, something like that, right? And we were talking, hey, Tasha, and we were talking about relationships. Now, it was good when we were live, but it got gooder and gooder when we were done. And we were just having real talk, right? And so what ended up going on was I gave them a scenario when I was married. First of all, big shout out to my peoples that's here in the audience. One of my favorite married couples, Norm and Sandy. Y'all, how long y'all been married?
7 years. Almost 7 years.
That's a beautiful thing.
How long you been together? Total.
So wait a minute.
7, okay.
The same year that y'all was dating, y'all got married? Can you know what? I might have to tag, I'm not tagging nobody. Come on and talk about it being God's number. Listen, but see, and y'all still together. And people sit back and say, oh, you got to be with people all this time and all these years and da-da-da-da-da. That's not necessarily the case. That's not necessarily true. Love is what love does. And you have to have the choice to make a relationship work. You have to have the mindset to say, you know what? I love this person enough. There's nothing we can't get through. We're going to go through this thing together. And we're going to be fire. We're going to be fine. And everything's going to be all right. So let me give y'all the situation that kind of caused a shift in my shondo last week. And I need y'all feedback. Hey, Minister Cassandra. Good to see you. Your little cute self. So what ended up happening was...
That's Minister Cassandra?
Yeah.
Hey.
Ain't she adorable? Eating that chicken and roll. Come on here and
Wasn't
roll
she?
with it. She was just chomping down on that chicken. So when I was married, so I'm going to be honest and be a little candid. First of all, I'm going to be very honest. I loved being married. I loved being a wife. I loved coming home, making sure my husband had a different meal, not every week, every other day. My husband didn't eat the same meal twice because I wanted to give him something fresh. I loved getting up on Saturday. See, I'm a different kind of woman. Saturday mornings, I would be up at 5 o'clock. Dwayne would still be sleeping. I know, right? Because not everybody's a morning person. I'm a morning person. Like right now, y'all, I could be in Snorville right now. But I would get up 5 o'clock in the morning, walk around my apartment, look to see what was needed in regard to food, what was I going to prep for Saturday and Sunday, what did I need to do. Come back in from food shopping and doing my household stuff. 9 o'clock, because Super Walmart was only around the corner from the house. So I enjoyed being a wife. Okay, my husband didn't want for nothing. When I say that, I mean that. He didn't want for nothing. And one day, this is why it's good to be honest with what you truly desire and want in a relationship versus pretending like you don't need it and say, no, it's okay if you don't do this, or it's okay if you don't do that. No, some things are not okay. You have to be honest with yourself and with your partner. So I'm a very touchy-feely person. Sandy, I'm around your husband all the time. You see, the moment I see Norm, I'm hugging him, I'm touching him, but best believe, whatever I do with Norm, I'm sure enough doing to you too. I'm just a touchy-feely person. So when I was married, Dwayne knew that I loved PDA. I'm big on public display of affection, right? I don't need it in a sense to try to prove to anybody that I'm with them. I just love touching. This is what caused the conversation with Mike and Steve. Because if you might not be into PDA, but just because I am, to satisfy me, because I've compromised with a lot, I would expect you to compromise just on what might be small or big to you. Just do it for me because I've done it. So we were in the mall one day. Ooh, Steve, check me. You were wrong. Check me. Okay? We were in the mall one day, Dwayne and I. And I went to grab Dwayne's hand. And when I went to grab it, he was like that, just like, And I said, I felt rejected. See, she instantly said, yeah, and sat back. That body language spoke volumes. So I felt rejected, and I was like, okay, fine. And I walked up, had a little move, and I walked up and walked off. Now, and I need you guys in the comments to check me as well if I'm wrong. And I want to get your feedback also. So I walked up further ahead of him. As I walked up further ahead of Dwayne, these two guys were walking towards me. They stopped and said, hey, Ma, you beautiful. I said, thank you. That was very kind of you. And then he said, can I get your number? Oh, sir, no. I said, my husband is right here behind me. I said, but thank you for the compliment. Because I'm not one of those that, and this is something, women, that we have got to stop doing. When somebody gives you a compliment, I don't care if you want to be with them or not. I don't care what they look like. It's okay to say thank you and just keep going. Or just let them know, hey, that was very nice of you to say that. I appreciate the comment or the sentiments. God bless you. Have a great day. You don't have to be all hood and ghetto and be like, ew, what you saying anything to me for? That's so unnecessary. And then that's when the disrespect comes, because the person that is trying to be kind feels a level of rejection. So now here comes Dwayne walking up, and the dudes was just like, what's up? And that was it. Nothing bad. Dwayne was like, what's up, man? And that was it. And then Dwayne grabbed my hand, and then we walked off. So it wasn't until then that he grabbed my hand. Steve said, what did you say, Steve?
You were dead wrong for putting your husband in that dangerous position.
And I said, what position did I put him in?
Your job is not to seek validation from anyone else other than your husband and your Savior. By putting yourself in a validation-seeking position, your husband had to step up to defend his wife against a situation he shouldn't have been in the first place.
But I didn't seek validation from anybody. When I was trying to hold my husband's hand. He knew I liked PDA.
You had no reason to leave your husband and walk away from your husband. Your place is by your husband's side. Better or worse, sickness of the health, rich or poor. Not if I got an attitude, I'm going to walk ahead of him and get into a situation. Because when you did explain it last week, it was, oh, now he want to hold my hand. Now that he see these other.
Oh, yeah, I did say that.
It was a little sass in that.
It was.
You didn't give the sass.
It was. I didn't do that now because
Right.
I'm kind of uneasy. But when I was explaining it,
So
I had a flashback. If this was the first time I was explaining it, I'd probably have the same response.
So the sass to me is, you want to hold my hand after these men are talking to me. And that's a precarious position to put any man in. You as a wife should not have your husband in that position. You as a wife should be by your husband's side. You know how that man feels about public displays of affection. You knew this when you married him. So don't let your mood and what you knew predicate him being in a dangerous situation because his wife is out of pocket.
Okay, so we're going to put a pause right there. Did you see me roll my eyes? Because what you clapping for? Because, okay, so I need to get your feedback then. Because here's my thing. I want to know, okay, because now I felt super duper rejected. Now, I wasn't looking for validation from nobody. When I walked up, I was like, okay, fine. I wasn't walking off like, oh, I'm going to get me somebody else. No.
That's not what I said. The
validation.
The validation came from now you want to hold my hand. Now
afterwards.
Now the sass is the validation.
Afterwards.
But
Come on and talk.
but that's validation, and that gives you the, oh, now you want to hold my hand when these men. No, that shouldn't even been a situation. I feel rejected. My husband and I are going to talk about this at another time. Let me be beside my husband until the right time to talk about this, and I'll let him know how I feel.
So,
I mean, if a wife is a wife and that's the position, that's what it should have been. No one's perfect, however. But to have your men have your husband have to approach you in front of said men, who's to say how men would have reacted? Well, that's your wife. You should have been by her. Now he has to throw punches, and he might be in a. You don't know how disrespectful these men are towards a man stepping up to defend his wife's honor. Ooh. He's in a situation to defend you now. This is my wife. Who are these men in my wife's face? This is my wife. Let's go. He wouldn't have been in that position.
Him over there clapping, but I get it. He wouldn't have been in this position if he'd been by his side. Okay, don't Jada your man. So can I ask a quick question then? See, but you mentioned the word, I felt defense. Okay. I don't ever want to put, and that was y'all taught me something, and I'm going to be very honest. I've never heard it from that perspective before. Because anyone who I've shared that with has always sided with me because of the rejection part that I felt at the moment. Because any woman that feels rejected from a man when she has not rejected him at any cost at 2 a.m. or being tired coming home from work and cooking, which was an honor to serve. I'm not complaining. But at the end of the day, whatever he needed, it was a yes. And the thing that I needed, it was a no. So I got angry. And I just walked off.
Did you need him to hold your hand, or did you want that?
I wanted it.
That's not a need.
It's not a need.
So if we're talking about need versus want, the things you needed, I'm pretty sure he was providing: protection, food, clothing, shelter. You married this man for a reason. Well, I mean, if he step up to the mall and grab your hand in front of these men, that's a sign of protection.
Well.
So my thing is, if he didn't do what you wanted him to do, and now you're going to call it a need, he didn't know you felt rejected. He knows that you understands he doesn't like public displays of affection. So he's doing what he consistently knows you know with him for. If you had felt rejected, that's a conversation for another time, because this man is not an emotional mind reader. He didn't know you felt rejected because of all the things I do for you. You could do this for me. He didn't even know you felt that way at that time.
And to be honest with you, it wasn't even a matter of all of the things that I do for you. It wasn't even that.
That's what you just said.
I said it just saying because of it. Well, I'm saying it now.
Well, if you say it now, I have to address it now.
No, you're right.
So if that's what the ball is rolling on, that's a conversation you have to have, because he don't know all of these emotional feelings are welled up inside of you at this moment because I didn't hold your hand. He doesn't know.
But if it's something that I have shared, and then
you said, "Hey, honey, I need you to hold my hand when we go to the mall because I feel rejected if you don't."
Never said that.
Then he doesn't know. No. Because at the period, because at the period in time, that's what he was dealing with. You didn't hold my hand, I feel rejected. You never had a I need my hand held rejection conversation with him. So we can't take this conversation and put it somewhere else and say he knew.
No, but okay, I'm not saying that I needed my hand
You're
held.
wrong, Tiffany.
Okay, well, to a degree.
Dead wrong. Period.
To a degree.
Yes,
to a degree.
Your place is by your husband.
It's by my husband.
Period.
But he also has an obligation as my husband
to hold your hand,
to give me PDA because it's something that I desire.
PDA or specific hand holding in the mall? What are we talking about?
Hand holding is a part of PDA.
Now, specifically, if that's what you needed, you say, "Hey, honey, when we go to the mall, I need you to hold my hand." But you don't take whatever PDA you need at the time that he don't provide. You have the conversation. You have to communicate.
But this was communicated in a date in the 7 years.
Honey, I need you to hold my hand when we go to the mall. Was that communicated?
Hunty, I love when you touch me.
You got to answer my question. You got to answer my question.
Well, you know what?
The mall situation specifically. Let's deal with that until we delve into everything else.
Okay.
Did he specifically know you needed your hand held in the mall in order to feel how you needed to feel?
I don't know. I want to say no.
If he didn't,
I want to say no.
Then if he didn't know, that's a conversation. not condemnation, not you don't give me PDA.
No.
He didn't know.
But why should I have to give an explanation to anything that you already know that I need, which is still...
You just said he didn't know.
If I say I need PDA is a touching thing.
You have to deal with the situation, not everything else broad spoken. We're dealing with a specified situation right here.
Okay.
Specifically to this situation in the mall. Mm-hmm. Did he know specifically you needed your hand held to feel how you need to feel?
Oh, these comments.
Let him come. I'm here today.
And then I want to get to
did he know that specifically?
The moment I say, during the dating, and even when I moved out to Dallas, and...
She's going to answer me in a minute. Give her a minute. She's going to answer me.
Your husband's love language isn't PDA. However, he should compromise.
Then give him a chance. Have a conversation about it. Honey, when we're in the mall, please hold my hand.
What do I need a conversation
Because
for?
communication is integral in every marriage.
Let me talk about communication.
Stop.
First of all,
Stop right there.
Okay,
communication is integral in every marriage.
It is, but why should I have to repeat?
Because communication is integral in every marriage. Did you say, honey, I need you to hold my hand in the mall? Did you tell him that?
No.
Then he didn't know. So, honey, when we go to the mall, please hold my hand from now on. Now he knows.
But
what did you want to say?
How you gonna say what you want to say?
Because we're gonna circle this.
Okay, let's go ahead. Because the women on Facebook
you tell the women
are
to
saying
talk to me.
different,
you tell them
and
to
they
talk
are
to me.
on my side.
They should
as
be.
They
They're
should
women
be.
and they're emotional.
Okay.
Because you talked about being rejected.
Sandy, go right ahead. Because I'm with you. And Norm, I need to hear your part too. At times, yes. We would go to the park. We'd be outside in the park. We would hold hands. When I would,
we hold hands all the time.
right. If I was in Walmart,
If you did that to me, I would be hurt.
right, that's my point.
So would you have a conversation with him about it?
Later, yes.
Thank you. Why would you have a conversation about that?
Because you hurt my feelings.
And does he know he hurt your feelings?
Well, he's never hurt my feelings.
But if he did in that situation, would he have any knowledge of that?
He probably would because we hold hands all the time.
So if he didn't hold your hand in that time, and you,
Push me away.
right? He said, hey baby, be cool for a second, and you took that as rejection. Would he know that?
He might.
Would you know it or not?
Well,
That he hurt your feelings?
Would he know? That's the question you gotta ask.
No, I'm asking you. He don't know that, so you gotta tell him. Hey, Norm, when you didn't hold my hand, you hurt my feelings. Baby, I didn't mean to. That's a conversation, not a he should know because we talked about a bakery, and he should know because I told him I need hugs. So since you know I needed hugs and you didn't hold my hand, my feelings.
No.
You gotta have specific conversations with people.
So I'll never say
I get what Steve is saying because you gotta communicate.
You have to.
You gotta communicate what you like, what you don't like, what hurts your feelings, what you're okay with, what you're not okay with. So you do gotta communicate. Now, on the flip side, tip. Now, for
Talk right, Norm.
I'm gonna be honest, right? It's a little suspect when a guy that you're married to doesn't want to hold your hand. Because listen, that's just to me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, say like we get around a group of women, right? And usually I'm holding Sandy's hand. And then like we around this group of women, now I'm like,
and you let my hand go, they'd be like, why you let my hand go?
what? You know, like,
And see, it's not even.
I'm
What
not
do
a
you try-
jealous, I'm not a jealous person.
what signal are
Right.
you trying to give? That's the flip side to it. Because sometimes it could be a signal that a guy is trying to give, depending on the environment he's in. So you could look at it two ways. Like, why you got a problem with holding my
Why
hand?
wouldn't you want to hold my hand is like the question. And if it's something
Marriage,
that,
dating, all of that I look at different.
let me tell you something. There's men I've dated. And let's just say this. There's somebody who I didn't date. We didn't claim we were in a relationship. We went to the mall. And this person walked up behind me, grabbed me, I never even said anything. Grabbed me and just walked with me like this. Walk. We went to Foot Locker. And I'm standing on line. This person, like, would just do little things and just lean on me or would let me lean on them or would, you know what I'm saying, and be close enough to almost make people feel like I'm with her.
So he likes PDA too.
And we weren't even a couple. We were kicking it. And that made me feel comfortable.
What does that mean, though, as far as what you and your husband went through?
I'm saying just in general.
Yeah,
With,
difference.
it is a difference.
All men aren't the same.
All men aren't the same.
So are we comparing what your husband did to what this man did?
No, I'm not comparing.
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
saying is that somebody who I wasn't married to, that I never said anything to about that, just picked up on me.
Did
I'm
he pick up
married.
on you, or is that just how he is naturally?
I don't know.
He could
that
be just a
part.
naturally
He
public
could be
display
both.
person.
Could be
That
both.
don't mean he tuned in to
And
you.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Be honest.
My husband was an amazing person.
Damn right he was. That's why you married him.
Absolutely right.
Did you
No,
marry this other guy with public displays of affection? Did you marry him? Since he picked up on you and he's in tune, did he marry you? Okay. I rest my case.
Steve, and this is exactly why I have Steve come on here, because of the differences and bringing into a place of conversation that we don't get a chance to open up about. And
Somebody said
but
can't
when
hear you.
I was married, Dwayne and I would go to the park, we'd go to the dog park, we'd go different places, we'd go to the movies, he would hold my hand. But while I'm in the mall, I would grab his hand. So it's okay for you to grab mine. But when I grab yours, you kind of just...
So let me ask you this. If he did that to her and she snapped out, like, why are you doing that? Would she have been wrong?
Yes,
Why?
because of her approach. There's a way to talk.
So there's a
Let me-
way
let me-
to be
there's a-
angry.
wait, there's a
Walk
way to
away
t-
because you're angry,
there's
or
a-
you can snap out.
No, you can talk to somebody with respect, even though you're angry. We're not
Well,
children.
what if she was respectful and said, why
How do
you
you-
that?
Now, that's not what you asked me at first. You said, what if she would have snapped out?
What if she was snapped out?
Snapping
Now
out
I'm
is-
asking what if she was respectful and said,
Which question you want me to ask?
either one.
Okay, snapping out is disrespectful. So, yeah, he would have had the right to get angry because he was talked to in a disrespectful way. Now, she'd have pulled him to the side and said, hey, babe, why don't you want to hold my hand? That would have been
Probably would have got angry then too.
Who would have got angry?
Talking about her husband.
I don't know him, so I can't make that.
He would have been like, what are you talking about?
Well, I don't know the man, so I can't predict what he would have
Now it
said.
turns into an argument. Like, what do you mean?
Well, maybe you know him better than I do. But if you approach him in a proper way, you know your husband. Hey, honey, why don't you want to hold my hand?
I can't
That could have been a
stand Steve.
conversation you could have had. You know what I mean? But snapping out on your husband in the middle of the mall,
But I've seen it happen.
I've seen it happen too, and it's disrespectful. When whoever snaps on whoever, because I can snap sometime and not, understand how I'm speaking to someone that I'm supposed to respect and care about. Sometimes I say, hey, what? Then I have to go back and say, I apologize for talking to you that way.
So her
Right.
anger was her walking away.
Her anger, yeah, her anger, she can, if she walks away in anger,
Some air.
yeah, she walks away in anger.
That doesn't mean she was looking for attention.
But when she said at the end of the story, oh, now you want to hold my hand, now that these men are here, that makes the story disrespectful. Now, if she'd have said, I walked away to clear my hair to get some air because I didn't want to disrespect my husband, I'm with you. But don't tell me in the end, oh, now these men telling me I'm pretty, and when these men come up, now you want to, let me finish, please. Yes, she did. She said, now they want to hold my hand.
When she thought that.
Right, but at the
When she
end-
told the story, Mike was here.
Right, but
And
when
that's when
I
I
said
told her she
that,
was wrong.
but when the guys did it, I didn't throw it in Dwayne's face when the guys were standing there.
Nobody
If-
accused you of that.
I know that's right, because you can't.
Because you were
And when we-
wrong for having those men and saying at the end of the story. The end of the story was when you saw these men talking to me, telling me I'm pretty, now you want to hold my hand.
That's what she was thinking. She
Well,
was
if that-
to him, right? You didn't-
No, if you say it to me, then I got to tell you where you're wrong at. Because those men shouldn't have been talking.
Yeah, I didn't come out my face and,
Yeah, of course
and
you
say
didn't
to
say
him,
that. But your husband
like,
shouldn't
now
have
you
to
want to
walk
hold
in.
my hand, but I thought it.
I don't think Big Norm will walk into a situation like that because you
Norm isn't
respect
gonna
your
let go of
husband,
Sandy's hands, and we got proof that he hasn't.
even if he did.
Norm didn't let go of Sandy's hand, and if he did let go, he didn't do like, give me a hand, Steve. So let's say Steve and I are together,
Right.
and we're walking in the mall,
Right.
right? So
Mhm.
you're walking next to me,
Right.
and your hand is like this, and then I do like this.
What you gonna do?
And what do? Snatch your hand.
And I say, hey, be cool, baby. Be cool.
Heck is that?
That means be cool.
Tell me to be cool, and I'm trying
Then,
to hold
then
you.
we can have a conversation.
Well, my conversation was talking with my feet.
Then you talk with your feet, and when you walk away, and I walk away, what's gonna happen to our marriage? Walking away is not the answer.
I felt, when I tell y'all, I guess I really felt, and the women, I'm going to read a couple of these comments.
Yeah, read
I
the women's
legit
comments.
felt some level of rejection.
Tell your husband how you feel.
So do I stop right then and there? Oh, Mike. Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
We have a comment on
Mike, you want to go ahead and read all the comments?
Well, the ones that's on Facebook I could put on the screen, but I have somebody on LinkedIn side that Lakeisha Bray, childhood friend. She said, "What's wrong with you just grabbing his hand?"
What's wrong with, hold up, pause.
What's wrong with
Grabbing
you
his
just grabbing his hand?
Because when I did, he pushed my hand away. That's what, I think you might have missed the beginning. Because when I went to grab his hand, and it wasn't grab like a forceful thing, I went, that's how this conversation started, Lakeisha. Welcome, and my shondo just shifted. I'm trying to get it back in order. When we got to the mall, walking around, I wanted to hold my husband's hand.
Yeah, you did.
So I grabbed my husband's hand like this,
Mm-hmm.
went to grab it, and he did.
Ties bothered.
Do it again. Bump your tie. Do what he did. I did like this, and he. Don't play. I went to grab his hand like this, and he did like this.
Yeah, be cool, baby. Yeah, be cool, baby. That's all. He's still your husband. He's still your provider.
So I did, Lakeisha. I did try to grab his hand. He pushed my hand away. That's what I'm saying. I felt rejected. And I wish you were here because I would love for you to jump on and I wish I could get more of your feedback because I need to see, I get what Steve is saying in regards to possibly putting him in harm's way. Mm-hmm. I completely understand that because I didn't think about that. I was in my feelings when I walked off like, oh, all right, you don't want to hold my hand and I'm your wife? Bet. So I walked up further. And I was just doing my thing, just walked up. And when I walked up, these two guys stopped me. And I wasn't expecting that. And I was kind, they were kind. I said, oh, my husband's right behind me, but thank you very much. You know, and that was it. And then when Dwayne caught up with me, he took my hand and held it. Now, my thing is, it shouldn't have to take you seeing that in order for you to do what I wanted and honestly love for you to do. I love feeling my husband touch me.
It didn't take you doing that.
Well, it
You
took
did that.
that
You did that because
for him to respond.
You did that because you wanted to. If you
Where's
had,
Lakeisha? Get Lakeisha over here.
If you had a conversation with that man, I think you would have also got a response.
What kind of response do you think I
You
would
have to talk to your husband to get the response. Now,
I
say if you'd have walked away from him.
We back. Lakeisha got another comment.
Come on, Lakeisha. Come on up here. Come up here.
She
Lakeisha,
said,
you
so
need to join us
in your
once a month when we
defense,
do.
you left disrespected and hurt.
You said, what was that? I'm sorry.
So in your defense, you left disrespected and hurt.
Lakeisha, I felt so rejected because at the end of the day, that's my husband. And something.
Oh,
that,
she wants to be on screen.
Come on, bring her on.
I'm gonna send her a link.
Okay.
And
I would love for her to jump in on this because I felt rejected.
Tell your husband how you feel.
He knew
He
how
did
I
not
feel.
know you felt rejected and hurt at that moment.
He knows I love
Stop
PDA.
at that moment.
PDA
You have to
isn't just
listen. You
a
have to
moment.
listen to specifically what I'm saying. He did not know at that moment that you felt rejected and hurt. He did not know that. So, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Let me cook. So, in his defense,
You cooking coke.
tell this man how you feel. Y'all think it's funny, but communication is important.
It is, but I
No.
communicated.
You didn't communicate at that moment. If I feel disrespected because you did something to me now, and I don't tell you,
Right.
but I say you should know not to disrespect somebody, I don't even give you the respect of a conversation to give me an apology before I react. I have to tell you how I feel and then let you react, and then we see where we are. But don't assume that I know something based upon a conversation last week and a situation happened today. Now I'm supposed to take prior knowledge from last week and apply it today and know how you feel? No. Tell him how you feel. I feel disrespected and hurt and rejected, Daniel or Mike. Now, once I tell you how I feel, now you deal with my feelings. Other than dealing with my reaction, and now it takes me to do this for you to do what I want you to do. It's not about manipulation through somebody else's validation.
Was I manipulating?
That's manipulation. Or it took me to do this to get you to do what I wanted you to do. That's manipulation.
I didn't say that.
You did say that. It shouldn't have took me doing this. You said that. And that's manipulation. And you don't manipulate anyone into doing anything.
You can't assume that his actions was being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, in his mind, his actions may not have been disrespectful, right? So it may take you to say, listen, honey, I felt as though you not holding my hand was kind of disrespectful. That's what I felt. And then leave it up to him to say, oh, no, I wasn't trying to disrespect you. I just did this because of such and such and whatever.
Is he saying the same thing I said?
Yeah, that's what
Thank
I
you,
said.
Norm.
So here's my question. Okay.
Let the pastor get some.
Come on, Minister Cassandra.
She know I'm right. I see her eyeballing me.
No,
She looking at me saying, this nigga cooking. This nigga is right. I can't stand him, but he's right.
I cannot stand Steve.
It's like I hear both sides, and I hear the right and the wrong in both sides, because I see what he's saying.
Okay.
It's clear,
Okay.
you shouldn't have walked away, and the mindset was, an after effect of the offense. So, and when our emotions get into play, that's when we don't always say things or think clearly. So I can see how, being offended and hurt, she wasn't thinking about putting him in the rough predicament. She wasn't thinking about that. Tiffany's love language is touch. We all have our 5 love languages.
Right.
So with that being her primary love language, that might hit her differently than it might hit anybody else. So for this, you got Norm, you got Andy here that they love to touch. So that works for them because they both have the same similar pattern. But sometimes 2 different people have 2 different love languages. So whatever her husband's love language probably was different, so he didn't see it the way she saw it. And that's why they had that
Clash.
They didn't even have a clash. We had a reaction.
For me.
I'm sorry, we had a reaction from one person, and then the reactions of someone's reaction to the reaction.
Right.
We didn't even have a clash because we didn't even have the respect of a conversation to clash. I didn't hold your hand. This happened. Now because that happened, now I have to do this. Oh, and now because of this, now you want to do this. It shouldn't be that way.
I agree. It shouldn't be that
The
way.
minister agrees with me.
I agree. It shouldn't be that
I
way.
rest my case.
But sometimes,
But my thing was her. I think his biggest part was her thought that came after the whole event, where it was like, oh, now you want to hold my hand.
Bingo.
I think that's where you see the biggest issue.
I see the biggest issue when that man had to come up and grab his hand's wife in front of these 2 strange men who military territorial and other men are who you getting territorial with, and you never know how it can go down. And that's a very dangerous position to put any man in. See, as men, we didn't know understand that danger. Women don't necessarily see it because that's not part of their genetic makeup. But let another woman be in Norm's face keying too much. Somebody will say,
Oh, baby, I did that.
now listen,
I did that.
now listen what I'm saying.
I did that.
Now, the reason why you wouldn't be in a dangerous situation is because Norm is big enough and strong enough to say, this is my wife, you back up.
Look at these
Women aren't strong enough to protect me from a man.
I had that situation at
So
Walmart.
that's why women don't understand the imminent danger of the physical connotations that can happen with these confrontations with men.
I'm gonna share. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sam.
No, and you know that. So, but this is the thing. If another woman was in your circumference with Norm, and he saw where it was getting tested, he's gonna say, yo, Norm can step in, and he's strong enough to stop men, women, bullets. So Norm can protect you from a danger that we know you can't protect Norm from that same danger. That's why women don't understand the imminent danger that men are in when it comes to their woman.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, I'm trying to get her
I-
situated.
I just
The
see.
minister
I
agreed
see-
with me.
The minister agreed. I'm in the production.
Everybody
I
in
just
cyberspace,
let her
we're
wait.
working on the echo. Just be patient.
Oh, okay, no, that's fine. I just wasn't sure if she was on so I could talk to her. Okay, that's fine.
All I'm saying is,
Oh, wait, no,
wait, okay, I'm gonna let you talk. I'm not trying to condemn Tiffany for her feelings.
Right.
She has the right. Women are highly emotional.
Right.
One day we want M&Ms, next day we want Skittles. Next day we want 10 inches, next day you want 6. I'm just saying there's no pleasing. There is no way you can totally make a woman happy. A woman is happy situationally. Men, you give us a steak, some you know what, and give us a little time alone and we're happy. So what I'm saying
I
is,
should have put the disclaimer disclaimer about Steve. Somebody came
Yeah,
on
but what I'm
and
saying
said,
is,
"Oh Lord, not Steve."
your feelings,
No.
your feelings are validated. It's your reaction to your feelings that got us wrong. The reaction to your feelings. You got the right to feel rejected.
Right.
But if you have to tell me how you feel, and that's all I'm saying.
I understand it. And like I said, I'm going to be very honest with y'all. Steve brought this to my attention, and I agreed with him. And I still do. I have a whole, and it might not seem like it with me going back and forth, but I still do agree. Whatever. Over there smirking and smiling. Let me take my
I'm very smug when I'm correct.
I know.
Because as men, we don't get a chance to be right publicly.
No, and I don't have, and see, but guess what?
We're only right in spurts. And no one knows it. So we be right, we're right, and we go in the backyard and say I'm right.
I don't have a problem with y'all being right. That's the thing. I don't have a problem with y'all being right.
And say I'm right.
Mike, I
See
hear
what I'm talking
you.
about? She don't have a problem with me being right.
No.
She can't say it.
You are partially right.
No, I'm correct 100%.
Let me tell y'all what happened when Steve mentioned something about.
The minister agrees with me.
Oh my God. Steve had
If I
mentioned
cleared the
something.
echo, just put a 1 in the comments.
You said what was
If
that?
not,
There's
put
an
a
echo.
2.
They said the echo was serious. They couldn't hear me cooking.
Well, look at God.
Ain't no look at
Hey,
God.
don't let the truth out.
So Steve had mentioned something about, what did you say, Steve? You mentioned something to the effect of, if it was a woman doing something, how we would react. We were at a Walmart one day. This is all when I lived in Dallas. We were at a Walmart. Dwayne and I had coupons for something, right? We had 2. And for some things you can only use one at a time. So I was like, babe, you go ahead with the 1 coupon. I'll be behind you, and I'll go ahead and do whatever. We at the register. This girl is all chirping like a bird. And Dwayne is just as let me tell you, you guys would have loved him. The sweetest person that you could possibly imagine. Y'all would have really loved him. Dwayne was there just, yeah, really? Oh, man, that's just amazing. You know what? I'm going to keep you in prayer. He was a reverend, and, and so he was a praying man and all this other stuff. And I'm like, all right, y'all need to speed this conversation up. But I never said nothing. I let it pursue. My turn. He's getting ready to walk up. Hey, ma'am, you have a good day. It was nice talking to you because, in this country. That's my issue. I need to, country. Anyway, because these northerners ain't cutting it. Let me go back to the south. So, anywho, it's my turn to ring up. She takes my stuff. Don't open her mouth. Slamming. Miss, I have a coupon. Snatches it. And give me the dollar amount. That's it. 50 something, whatever. I said, is there a problem? And she says, no, ma'am. I said, you was just all up in my husband's face. And now, what's the problem? You want him back? You want him back over here? I said, because you disrespected me. Because you was flirting with my husband. Now, Dwayne, being nice, just talking, I watched this woman. I ain't say nothing. Because I'm not a jealous woman. I don't have to do certain things. So I just let it go. But then when you start slamming and snatching my money, I literally told her, I will reach over this counter with your disrespectful self. Dwayne sees that I'm still up here at the register with this woman. He come running back. Tiff, what's going on? I said, oh, she want to talk to you. She don't want to talk to me. And she got an issue slamming stuff. Slamming all this stuff that you paying for. This coming off your credit card. She didn't know that. All women are something else.
Can I say something, please?
I'm ready.
I find it quite... No, listen to me. I find it quite behooving that you were able to tell this woman exactly how you feel and exactly what her offense was. But when your husband offended you, you walked away. Why does this woman get the Let me finish. Why does she get a conversation? You disrespected me, you did this, and this is how I feel. But your husband didn't get any of that.
Well,
So if communicate. So what I'm trying to say is, if you can communicate all of this to this woman who's a stranger, but yet the man you love, you couldn't give him the benefit of a same type of conversation. I would rather walk away from a stranger than the person I'm married to. So a person that is a stranger doesn't matter. She don't get the benefit of your conversation, your respect, or your emotions. The person you're married to get those benefits. So instead of walking away from your husband and not telling him and expecting him to read your mind, use those tactics on strangers. You gave her communication, clear communication, how I felt, where I was disrespected, and what you're not going to do again. None of those boundaries were expressed to your husband when he didn't hold your hand. I find that behooving that one person gets a conversation and the other one gets a reaction and is supposed to read your mind.
You finished?
Thank you.
How about because at the end of the day, my husband knew. He paused. I let you give a whole soliloquy.
You just said he didn't know how you felt.
Pause.
Now you backtracking.
I let you give a whole dissertation.
Right, you did.
If he knows.
Here we go again. You just said the man didn't know how you felt at that moment.
If he knows.
You said he didn't know.
If he knows.
You said he didn't know.
But you're not letting me finish my sentence.
Because I know what you're going to say.
I know you know what I'm going to say.
If he knows you like PDA.
For the past 7 years.
Did this woman know she was flirting with your husband?
You said what?
Did she know she was flirting with your husband?
Yeah.
Did she know?
She knew.
But you took the time to tell her anyway.
I had to
even though she knew, you told her. But when your husband knew, but here's the thing: when your husband knew something, you wouldn't tell him again. Why would you reiterate to somebody but don't reiterate to him?
First of all,
ain't no first of all. She knew she was flirting, but you told her she was flirting. He knew you like PDA, but you wouldn't remind him. One gets the reminder, and the other one gets a reaction. It's the wrong basket.
She flirted in my face with my husband.
And did she tell her?
And because
Did that lady know she was flirting?
But she didn't.
No, wait. You gotta answer my question. Did that lady know she was flirting?
Absolutely.
So do you have to tell somebody they did what they did?
Absolutely.
Okay, so the husband knew she liked PDA. Rewind him too.
Absolutely, somebody should have reminded him.
Remind your husband. Husband,
Because
I like PDA. Please hold my hand.
You knew for 7 years.
Okay.
He knew for 7 years.
You just said the man didn't know how you felt at that point.
No, I didn't.
The point of them all. I said, did he know you felt rejected and hurt? You said no.
That's what you need to say. Did he know that I felt rejected and hurt?
Did he know that?
That I don't think so, because he would not intend
Did
to
you
do
remind him like you reminded the flirter?
She flirted in my face.
Yeah, I get it.
She flirted in my. No woman.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
Excuse me, is gonna let another woman, because half of y'all men are so naive.
Don't do that. Say the man you're talking to specifically. Because you got 2 men here.
Okay.
John Jackson is naive. Peter Johnson is naive. Not half of y'all men. We're not going to do that.
We're not going to do that. In front of me. And Sandy started slamming my food, snatched my money, and just as fast as she snatched my money, I said, I'll snatch you over this counter.
No, you could have just walked away.
Nope. Are you kidding me?
You walked away from your husband.
You flirted with my husband the whole time in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm standing directly.
Here she goes.
Hi, Lakeisha. God bless you. Good to see you. Give us 2 seconds. Let me finish this argument real quick.
It's not an argument. You're wrong.
It's a debate. Okay, it's a nice little debate.
You're wrong.
Lakeisha, God bless you.
You're trying to compensate.
I'm not trying to compensate. She was dead wrong. I was standing right behind him. There's no way. No way. She was all you know how the birds and the chickens do.
Right.
Made all them sounds.
Right.
The moment Dwayne walked away,
right.
slamming my vegetables,
that's right.
my this, all this. I said, are you okay?
Right.
Yeah.
You interrupted her conversation.
No, that's exactly what happened. I interrupted the conversation she was having with my husband.
But she never asked her husband when her husband offended. She didn't say, honey, are you okay? She didn't tell him nothing. No communication to him at all.
Because he should have known, because
he's a mind reader. He's a mind reader, so he should have knew.
PDA before, and then, so wait a minute. So it's okay when we're at the park and we're in all these other places.
You're combining apples and oranges.
For you to hold my hand.
He didn't feel like holding. Well, if I hold your hand here and I don't hold it there, you have to tell me. You can't assume since I held your hand in the park.
You heard what Steve just said? Steve just said he didn't feel like holding my hand. So, what's the reason you don't want to hold your wife's hand?
Ask him. No, what I'm trying to say is that's a conversation you have for communication. Why do you hold my hand in the park, David, but you don't hold it in the mall? Have the conversation. Give your husband the benefit of the conversation before you react and assume he should read your mind because of a prior conversation. It's communication. It's clear and it's honest. What you think I know, I might not know. And what I think you should be in tune with, you might not catch it. So let me talk to you so we won't have any discrepancies or miscommunications and we're clear.
But if you know this is what I like.
That's in a perfect world, right?
But if you know this is what I like, because you've already done it before, why is it that when we're now in a whole different place, you just don't do it?
If he's done it before and he don't do it now, the rejection shouldn't have hurt that much. Because you can take it not happening now if it consistently happens other places. If it happens consistently and it don't happen today, why am I so rejected? Come on, Keisha. You sitting there looking good. You being patient. Come on, Keisha. Give it up. How you doing, Keisha?
Hey, Lakeisha.
Hi. How are you guys?
We can't hear you yet. Is your phone on? Are you on mute, Lakeisha?
No. Can you hear me?
Oh, she's giving it up too. I can see. Oh, she's cooking. Lakeisha is cooking.
Okay, I'm trying to figure this out. Can y'all hear me? Let me see.
I need you to go in my defense, Lakeisha.
No, Keisha, go with the truth and honesty.
Okay, the truth and honesty.
Can y'all hear me?
You're partially right.
Tiffany,
You're partially right.
Tiffany
And it
was
makes it 100%
fight in the Walmart.
Honestly, why can't they
That's
hear
wrong.
me?
Steve!
No.
Violence is not the answer.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
You said you're going
I
to
told her
kick
I
some
will yank
booty.
you over this register.
And you would have, I'm going to yank you over this.
Can you guys hear me?
But the thing is, I've gotten
I
better
don't think they
with.
can hear
You're going to
me.
hear Lakeisha Bray.
Is Lakeisha, can you talk?
She's saying something.
Can you hear me?
She's
No.
saying,
I don't think
can you hear me?
I don't think they can hear me.
Sorry,
I'm trying to
Lakeisha,
do the
we can't hear
audio.
you. Write it down.
Okay, give me one moment.
Post it!
Hold on, let's get Lakeisha some sound check here so we can bring her in.
All right.
Just keep talking. I think they can hear you in
Well,
Facebook world.
Lakeisha, you can hear us, and
Okay,
I know as the minister agrees, you agree with me.
But I do agree, Steve.
The minister agrees with me.
One thing I do agree with regarding Steve.
Do you
One
have your
thing I do
earpiece
agree with
in?
you on is I never looked at putting my husband in a dangerous situation.
Yeah.
I've never had that perspective before. You really blessed me with that because that's something that never crossed my mind at all.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
So that put me in a situation.
I'm not
where,
sure.
first of all, I'm in a
I mean,
whole
it's
different place
hearing me
now. I've been
talk, but
widowed
they
now
can't
for
hear me.
what? This year will be 13 years.
My condolences.
Thank you.
So he passed away 2010.
Is it 13, 2009?
Okay.
We got married in 07.
How
Yeah,
long
but
were
they
you
can't
married?
hear me.
2 years, but we were together for a total of 9 years.
That's a whole lot of time.
Yeah, we were together for 7 years, got married
God
in
bless you.
2007. And I tell the story all the time. My birthday's November 6th. My wedding anniversary is the 10th, and we got married on November 10th because my grandmother's anniversary of passing away is the 13th. So we got married on the 10th in honor of my grandmother's birthday, and that was his idea. And I was really grateful. That's what I'm telling y'all. He was a loving person.
He was a hell of a guy.
He really was.
And didn't hold your hand that one day and the house of cards fell down.
Steve, I really hope your
The
feet catch on
rejection,
fire.
the
Can you guys
pain.
hear me?
My grandmother's anniversary was November 13th, so my birthday
I don't think they
November
can hear
6th,
me.
wedding anniversary the 10th, grandma's anniversary the 13th.
That
and my
computer don't
husband
have
passed
a
away
what's
on
the
the
name on the door.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. So
Condolences.
that week,
Because I can tell I can tell, looking at you, you're really, my condolences.
thank you.
Definitely.
That week was hell for me for years. To the point when my birthday would come up, I didn't even want to celebrate.
Right.
Like, how do you celebrate that whole week? But God is so good
How good is he?
that my goddaughter, my final godbaby, was born on November 14th, and her name is Grace. So I had said that, I told my girlfriend one time that God gave Gracie to me because he knew that week was tough for me. So I now get to end the week with Grace. You know, so that was, isn't that beautiful, Norm? You know,
I mean,
Dwayne was
it don't get easier.
good guy.
It don't get easier. It just you get stronger.
You get stronger, but you also learn
Right.
from the things that you did and the things that you didn't do. And so there's things that I didn't do in my marriage, and I'm like, well, maybe I could have responded differently.
I mean, we all do that.
You know, and even like when you said this, I said last week, or whenever we were here, I never looked at it. The only thing that stood out to me was possibly putting him in harm's way with these other guys. I never thought.
Even how our women dress can put us in danger.
Do you know, pause, do you know he said to me, okay, like this here, right? I got my heels on.
Ow.
Come on, talk about it. Hold on, wait, let me just move up again.
Meow.
Come on.
Ow.
There it is.
Ow. Are those stilettos?
Yes, they are.
They look like they're red at the bottom.
They
Oh,
look
you
like-
better talk.
They're the blood for Jesus.
Hips, lips, and fingertips.
They're bloody. The blood of Jesus is underneath, right all over. And so what ended up happening was Dwayne, I would go to Walmart like this. I love a heel. Heels make me feel good.
And they look great. I love heels myself.
Thank you, Steve.
Not for me, of course, Paul.
Pause. You're like, not for me. But I love a good heel. And it makes me feel, I'm very, as much as I can be a tomboy, don't get it twisted. At the end of the day, I love feeling like a feminine woman. I'm super girly girl. You guys see, I love the necklaces. I love to have my nails done. My nails are going to always be done. I'm going to try to, be the best version of me that makes me feel good. Dwayne used to say, baby, can you kind of tone it down? And I said, tone it down like what? To show you what kind of wife I was. Dwayne, what kind of, tone it down like what? Do you have to wear heels going to Walmart? You're only going up the street. And I'm like, well, the heels make me feel good. But your pants a little too tight, your shirt, well, we all know I ain't got no behind. So what's the problem? I said, well, ain't nobody beat for me like that. Beat? What you mean? Because the South lingo and our lingo is different. So he would just say, no, can you kind of just, so I said, I'll tell you what. Because I love fitted clothes, right? But I love fitted not in a sense to look stank, but just to feel whatever way I like to feel. And I said, whatever you prefer to see me in, buy it. I have no problem wearing what you want to see me in. But I'm still going to buy what I like. And then there were some things, if I know you like it, I'll buy it. He started buying my clothes 2 sizes bigger. So when I moved to Texas, I was a size 8. 8'10". Before I got married, I got so big on the food and everything, I went from that to an 18 in 6 months. My wedding dress was a 20. When I came back to visit my family, my mother was like, what are y'all doing? And she said, he looked like Shrek and you look like Fiona. What is going on?
The shade.
Man, my mother ain't got no filter. No, I need y'all to stop laughing. But that's what she said. She said to Dwayne, and aren't you a diabetic? Why are you drinking all these lemonades? We was at Cheesecake Factory.
That's right.
He loved the lemonades. He was guzzling them.
They're delicious.
The strawberry lemonade's delicious.
So I heard.
Forgot water. So she would say things like, oh, he makes me so sick. So she would say things like, y'all got to cut down. So, of course, I would start losing weight, but he didn't want me wearing nothing fitted. I love fitted clothes. So I started wearing these clothes to make him happy, but it looked matronly. It made me look older, but that's what my husband wanted to see me in. That's what he got. Before, I'm going to tell you guys something. Even when we were getting married, he liked short hair. My hair was here when everybody saw me. Getting ready for the dinner rehearsal, I said, I'll see y'all tonight. That night, I came back, I had this much hair all around my head. I walked in. He had no idea I was getting my hair cut. He liked short hair, like that whole Tony Braxton, Halle Berry look. That's what he liked.
That was hot.
That's what he liked.
That was smoking.
That was smoking. And so my thing is, it's only hair. Y'all see, I buy weaves and get wigs and stuff left and right. So hair was nothing to me. That's what my husband wanted to see me in.
And that's respect.
I cut my hair
That's respect.
before the marriage. You can't hold my hair? So anywho, I walked into the dinner rehearsal, and I said, surprise! Folks are looking like, my aunt screamed, oh my God, you're him! I said, I'm marrying him. I ain't marrying you. I sacrificed.
Don't look at me.
I'm not.
Don't look at me. Out of pocket.
Thank you, Norm.
Out of pocket.
I ain't out of pocket.
Yeah, my hand. He sounds like a great guy to me.
Yes, he was.
But
Miss me with your butt. I don't want to hear it. Miss me with that.
the pastor agreed. The minister agreed with me.
He gonna keep putting it on you
Because
you're holy.
Anytime I can get the clergy to agree with me, I know I'm talking that good stuff.
Yeah, because you know they ain't gonna agree with you or nothing else.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, it's 9:29.
The minister agreed with me.
I wish we could have got Lakeisha on here.
Yeah,
Listen,
Lakeisha. They said they
everywhere.
were able to hear her on the Facebook, but we couldn't hear her inside of the audience.
Really?
Yeah, they said we could. So we go back and listen to the audio. We would hear what Lakeisha had to, how she tried to crucify me.
Oh, well, you know what? Maybe what I should have did was had her hit me up on. She could have hit me up on Facebook Messenger.
Maybe so.
And I could have had her video and just talking to the mic.
Right.
That's probably what I
mean, we got to do a little improvising.
Denise
but we did it right.
said, I love y'all chemistry. Now you see why it's called He Said, She Said.
The minister agreed with me.
I don't care who agreed with you. I ain't beef for that either. Because at the end of the day,
I'm gloating.
Steve, I can't stand you. But I get what he's saying.
And I get what she's saying. Like I said, I respect the fact of how you felt. All I'm saying is give me the benefit of how you feel. Don't expect me to know that you felt that. Pain, rejection, hurt feelings. I don't know all of that came with that. I do understand you like public displays of affection. I get it. But do I know you need it specifically at this moment? Or because I did it last week, I should do it now? These are a lot of confusing incidences where myself will fall victim to not knowing. I don't have a problem doing it, but since I didn't do it today, I don't know I caused all of this.
Right.
I did it in the park and I didn't do it by the ice cream truck. I don't know that I caused this feeling for you. Give me the benefit of the conversation.
Teresa May said God is going to deal with the minister. Yo, we gotta go. I think did I see a time up there?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Oh my God. Go ahead, Steve.
Did I mention that the minister agreed with me?
Oh my God.
Did I mention it? The minister agreed with me? Y'all, thank you guys so much. Steve. My guy. Thank you guys so much for joining us for He Said, She Said. So I'm thinking about doing He Said, She Said. I'm almost done, Mike. I'm thinking about doing He Said, She Said once a month. Steve, you game for that? Okay, thank you. So I'm thinking about doing He Said, She Said once a month with Steve, and we'll have him here one Monday a month. And we want you guys to come and sit here in the audience with us because we want y'all feedback.
It's fun. Support Tiffany. Tiffany supports all of you on everything you do.
He's right about that.
Come and support Tiffany.
He's right about
Stop
that.
making excuses. Get here and support this woman in this amazing adventure she's on. Support her show. Get off your hips and come support her show. Get off your hips and get in this studio audience and support her show. Make this vehicle just as big as every other vehicle that you guys support. You need $50, you need a dinner, Tiffany's the first one there. You need something that done with the church, she's the first one there. You need something, she's the first one there. Get off your behinds and be the first one there for her. Support Tiffany.
Woo! Thank you, Steve.
And once again, the minister agrees with me.
I can't stand him. Steve, I can't stand you and I love you at the same time.
Support.
Thank you.
Support her. She deserves it. She's working hard. Please support Tiffany and everything she do.
Thank
Support
you,
her.
Denise. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Denise said, I'll be there next time. So what I'll do is work with Steve regarding the next He Said, She Said, and I'll put it up on the Unbothered, the Movement website. And so on the Unbothered, the Movement website, you guys will see Unbothered TV. Just go ahead and register. I have everything scheduled for up until May 8th. So can you do the week after May 8th? May 15th? Is that a Monday? Okay, thanks. So he'll be here May 15th. And we look forward to seeing Steve. If you guys want to be a part of the studio audience, you have to be here between 7 and 7:30, no later than. I'll try to have food here. We got chicken with Steve.
Eat before you come. Don't force this woman to do all of that. If you're hungry, eat before you come. It might be some fruit. It might be some water. Come and support Tiffany. Don't let her come out of her pocket. You come out of your pocket.
Yes, thank you, Steve.
That's where I'm at with it.
Look at
I bring her drinks and things.
He sure does. Norm brings me coffee and gummies, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Steve.
Water for now on.
He was cursing y'all out the last time y'all was here. I said, Steve, thank God we not live. Because he was mad at y'all. But it's all right. May 15th, he said, she said, we're going to do he said, she said once a month because stuff like this needs to be talked about to help people have better communication while they're dating or even on the road to get married. So, Lord willing, if God says the same, I look forward to seeing you guys next week. What's next week's date? The 24th? I got my boy Blockrider, who is a gospel rapper, who's going to be here. I can't wait to have him on. So, Lord willing, if God says the same, I look forward to seeing you guys next week. I don't think the minister will agree with eat before you come, right?
She sure won't.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you guys so much for watching.